everyone, and welcome back to Spyro the Dragon on the Sony PlayStation 1. I am BaaaaAAAHHhh, and today we're going to enter the next world of the game, Beast Makers. Ooh, it sounds ominous, and trust me, it is an ominous world, because now we're entering the obligatory swamp level. Ugh. But as far as swamp levels go, this one's actually a lot of fun. However, this world, this homeworld, holds my least favourite stage in the entire game. I am not kidding you. This holds some of the hardest stages out there. Well, I say hardest, but there's only one stage I would really consider hard. But I'm going to get into that when I get into that. I don't want to spoil it, because it'll be a nice surprise for everyone. But, yeah, swamp level, and as you expect, it's pretty dark and...
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
I say, I used to be such a beautiful swamp here. Now I say I'm gonna move on and collect the rest of the gems. Seriously, some of the dragons in this world actually remind me a lot of Foghorn Leghorn from the Looney Tunes. And if anyone hasn't seen Looney Tunes... What? How can you not see Looney Tunes? I mean, Looney Tunes is one of those shows that I grew up with, everyone I know grew up with. It used to be on TV nearly all the time. Granted, every episode of Looney Tunes predates me, but still. They were classics, you can't mock them. But anyway, I digress. We're going to continue moving on through here. And you'll see a lot of shrubbery that you can actually burn. And I like that. Although when you're going around the back by here, watch out for this warthog. This warthog, it hurts. I have lost many a life to that warthog because I'm walking around minding my own business, collecting as many gems as I see. And suddenly, surprise, I'm gonna get you. And the warthog sort of just comes out of nowhere. It's really... He really blindsides you. But anyway, if you look by here, previously we went to one of these pits and it was actually covered with green stuff. I don't know what the green stuff is, I'm going to think of a joke for that later on. But this pit by here, however, you can jump down and it actually leads to the flight level of this world. So if you can't find the flight level, it's right here. Kind of hard to find, to be honest. I've always had issues finding it. Anyway, let's go. Cletus? From Simpsons?
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go.
Riveting. Just... It's great to see you, but I gotta go. It sounds like a lame excuse you've seen someone make, like they don't want to go somewhere. I can't go tonight. I am shaving my head. Yes, you know, it's just out of the blue. I gotta go. But we are pretty much reaching the halfway point of the game right now, to be perfectly honest. It's not much longer left of the game. So a lot of the dragons from this point onwards are really going to get a bit less interesting to talk about, to be honest, or less interesting to hear, because honestly right now I think the writers at this point really are struggling to find something for each of the dragons to say, because obviously we're quite late into the game. But anyway, these enemies by here you need to watch out for. I haven't explained them yet. As you can tell, there's metal floors, and these guys are making use of electricity. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? But they're making use of the electricity to electrify the floor, and obviously if you're touching the floor when it's electrified, it'll hurt. So be careful of those guys. The way I deal with them is I basically wait for the electricity to go away, and then just before it's about to disappear, I'll jump and charge into them. That way I can get a bit of a boost, so I'm ensured that I'll hit the enemy before they electrify the floor again. Not that it helps me all the time, because those enemies are really finicky to take care of, especially in one of the levels coming up, where you're going to see me have a lot of issues, because basically they're going to start double teaming you with those electric enemies and other enemies on the same electric floor trying to kill you. But anyway, I digress. Glide over here to get hold of the key for the gem case. Be careful, because it can be quite hard to miss that one. It's no, it can be easy to miss that one. Quite hard to miss it. So, basically, what you want to do is climb up the Aztec temple thing and just glide across the swamp, and you'll make it across just fine. Really isn't too big an issue. It's very small hub world. It's not likely to get lost. I mean, I've already cleared it. It's really small hub world. Very easy. It's probably the easiest to work your way around. Which is good because the levels, on the other hand, aren't as easy to make your way around. But again, I'll get into them a little bit later because, like I said, this hub world's going to sport the hardest world in the game. But enough of that, let's go into the first major level, Terrace Village, which of course is an introductory level. It's very simple, there's nothing much to this. As you can guess, it's a village. Gee, I wonder how I figured that out. But yeah, just watch out for the big guys. Now they're sporting electrical weaponry. Like, these guys will have these like laser taser things. And I can't remember if they're ranged or not, just kill them quickly so you don't have to find out if they're ranged. And of course you got these other enemies that are enslaved entirely in metal, and they are basically walking turrets. Now to deal with them, you basically charge them like any other enemy, but you need to take these guys out quick. If you see the turret guys, go for them first, because they have insane range, and if you leave them be, they're gonna wreck you. So if you see a turret guy, kill him, please. It's all I can say. They do give you a good amount of time to actually go to charge up to them, so it's not... They aren't one of the annoying enemies like before where I mentioned where they'll start hitting you as you try to charge them, thankfully. But they can still be a bit of a menace, so just charge them as soon as you see them, and basically the big guys you don't have to worry about too much because they're big guys, and the bigger enemies tend to be a lot slower. So they're a lot easier to really work your way around, dodge around, and just have a good laugh just trying to kill them. But anyway, this level in particular can be a bit tricky because you can actually lose a lot of objects in each of the corners of the world.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stings.
That's pretty shocking. I never would have gathered that. But yeah, like I said, take care of the electric guys as soon as you can. And in this world, they're going to start having electric guys on the floor, along with the big guys with the tasers. And these guys as well with the turrets. So be careful when going on the floors. When going on the metal floors, take care of the guys that electrify the floor first. Because they're the ones you need to watch out for. They're the most likely to hit you. Everyone else is also likely to hit you afterwards, but me, what do I know? And we're also going to see a lot of fireworks throughout this stage as well. Now each of the fireworks, of course, as I mentioned previously in World 2, I believe, they'll open up an electrified box. Not an electrified box. They'll open up a locked box. So if you see a firework, blow it up. And don't do what I'm doing here. Go for the... what was I doing? Why didn't I go for the guy on the platform with the electrifying and the zippity zap? Oh well, no matter. But yeah, this, as I was saying before I started talking to that dragon, basically this stage is very, oh my god, that's awful. This stage is very easy to lose things in. It's got a lot of nooks and crannies you can really lose track of. Even if you turn the camera, it is very likely you're gonna turn around and miss something, because earlier on, I've actually missed 2 chests. I didn't notice when I was playing, but I've actually already missed items. It won't take me long to backtrack and get them, so don't worry about that. But again, just look around all the corners, because it is so easy to sort of mess up and just miss something. But of course, we also need to make use of gliding in a bit as well, because as you can tell, there's a lot of buildings with gems on it. How do we get up to those buildings? Well, we'll see eventually. We have to glide from a very specific point in the level right at the end, so don't worry. I'll show that off pretty soon. Anyway, these chicken things are your health pickups for this world. I don't know what they are. They're like spotted chickens. They're quite weird. No matter.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
I didn't like the suggestive pause that Dragon was doing. I really, I did not. But anyway, again, take care of that guy first because he's gonna zap the floor. Cannot stress enough how much those guys will mess you up. They are very frustrating. And for this run by here, I kind of messed up the timing. But if you time it right, you can actually do a massive combo on those 3 lines of enemies that I just took out. Oh. Trust me, getting a combo like that is so amazing, especially later on in this world. This world has a lot of enemy line combos where you have to charge through a bunch of enemies in a line. And we'll see a lot more uses of that later on, and trust me, it is glorious to watch, you know. With YouTube's video compression, I don't even know if you'll be able to make out what's going on. It'll probably look like a blur of like metal flying. But that's in a different level. For this level, it's still pretty standard open world, collect everything fair. And all the enemies are pretty standard. There's no real new enemies get introduced apart from the few we've seen throughout this world. So basically, this entire home world that we're in, the enemies aren't very imaginative. The only real enemies we're going to have to deal with later on that can be considered different are the kill frogs. Yes, you heard right, kill frogs. I wish I was making the name up. I'm not. Or is it attack frogs? It's either kill frogs or attack frogs. I'm going to go with kill frogs because it sounds cooler. But again, I'll talk about them later. They're in an upcoming level. Now, as you probably may not have noticed, there's actually a staircase to, well, right there. It is so difficult to see the staircase, so be careful. If you're doing this level, look out for that staircase to jump up. I have missed this stairwell so many times, it's not even funny. I've always had issues trying to find out, where do I go next? How do I get the gems? Oh wait. That's just because the wall is coloured in such a way that it kind of stealthifies. Is that a word? Yeah, I think it's a word. It stealthifies the stairway so you can't actually see it. I just realised camouflages, not stealthify. What the fuck? What the hell kind of word is stealthify? See, I need my own dictionary. But anyway, while we're up here, we're gonna want to flame all the fireworks, and they'll just shoot off in their own directions and blow up all the metal crates. And that's pretty much all the metal crates in the level. This level's not that long. It can be a bit tricky to find your way through though. But of course, first level of the world, it really gets you into the whole theme. And I have to say, swamp themes are usually pretty bland. They're usually pretty boring. This game actually does swamp themes pretty well because nearly every every level in this world is a swamp themed level. Nearly every single one. And they all seem very unique to each other. They have a different sort of aesthetic to them, which I find amazing. That you can make different swamp levels look completely different from each other, because it's a swamp. They're usually dull, grim, awful places, but I don't know, Spyro the Dragon seems to do a good job with it. But anyway, I've missed a couple of gems, so now I need to backtrack quickly because, well, I missed 2 metal boxes hidden in one of the corners in the first, I think it was the first section of the stage. And like I said, it's very easy to lose things in corners. Look at every nook and cranny that you can. And with that, that's pretty much this level over and done with. There's not much more else to explain. Although I spent most of this part rambling anyway, because there isn't much to explain in general. But just turn the corner here. Here's the 2 metal things where the last 10 gems are, and I'm going to call it a part here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed, appreciate a like or comment to the video. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all next time when we continue with the next 2 levels of this world. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.